Hello, Sandy Pellis. Hello, Sandy Powers. Hello, Judy Van Zett. Uh, Hello to Tony and hello to Shiloh. Happy Tuesday. We are going to play along with Craft Roulette as always, and we'll put our twist on it. Looks like Benita is here as well, so good to see you, Benita. So let's get started. We are going to be using this cutie patootie who is Flower Child Stamps. And again, she's got these cute sentiments: free spirit, brave heart, let your spirit shine, stay wild, flower child, stay true to your heart, and courageous. Looks good on you. Hi, Danielle. And we are using the UR stamps, which is one of my favorites. And it is based on Scripture, Mark 10:27, Philippians, Ecclesiastes, 1 Thessalonians, Matthew 28:20, Genesis 1:31, Psalms 139, Romans, two different ones, and 2 Corinthians. And it says, you are capable, strong, beautiful, chosen, never alone, created. I'm having a hard time. Amazing, victorious, and always enough. And then it also has, you are amazing. Remember that. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. And you've got this and some hearts and some little flourishes. And then, hi, Lisa. Lisa, this card is for you, actually, sweetheart. And then we are using the all occasion flashcards. If you guys don't know what flashcards are, they are printed with toner, so you can foil those with toner reactive foils. And this one has congratulations, happy birthday, just a note to say hello, congrats, thank you, best wishes, thinking of you, good luck, get well soon, wishing you a speedy recovery, my deepest condolences, and with sympathy. So since this one has 12 designs, you'll get 2 of each of these cards. The ones that have 8 designs, you'll get 3 of each. So I went ahead and foiled this with my laminator. Lisa saying she loves the new packaging. She actually designed that. So I went ahead and foiled this off camera with toner reactive foil from Pink and Maine. So this is just a cute pink, and it's got like little hearts in there. So this will make an appearance later on. I have the Flower Child girl, and she is colored in E50 Copic, and that's because I wanted to have her fuzzy cut with my scan and cut. We are also playing along with Craft Roulette, so let's show you what that's going to look like. The parameters this week is postcards or postcard or cards, colors 1970s. An element is a wreath and a pre-printed element. So in order to meet the postage or postcard parameter, I die cut a bunch of these postage squares, which we're going to make an element out of. Of course, we're using the Flower Child to bring in the 1970s look. We're going to use colors for the 1970s. And then the UR stamp set, which Lisa also created, is going to be our wreath because it's a circle. So we do have in our hearts always, which is a wreath, but I thought we would make our own. We're going to use Memento inks. We're going to use Tangelo, New Sprout, and Love Letter so that we get a nice 1970s color aspect going on. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and do the part that requires some stamping. I have to find my Misty that has the circle in it. All right, so I had this lined up and then I took it out. So let's see. We just need to play with this to get this centered correctly. It's always trial and error. Ugh, just a hair off. It'd probably be easier for me just to move my All right, so that's where we're starting, okay? And with this, now that we've got this strip in here, this is like 1.5 by 5.5. So I am going to kind of scatter these along just to make our own little pattern with postage stamps. So no stamping yet. Hi, Becky. Nice to see you on here. So I'm taking my Barely Art glue, and we're just going to, got something on there, but it's fine. You know the rules. We don't sweat the small stuff around here. We'll just keep on going. And I'm just zigzagging these along. Oh, Shiloh says she's going to color her girl while following along with the video. Awesome. I think it's always fun when we craft along with each other. I think I think that's the most fun, and it helps people get stuff done. It gets some inspiration flowing, and yeah, we're just crafting along with us. Awesome. I think my dog just sneezed. It's almost like Butters always has to make an appearance, or I should say, like, you know, a sound appearance while I'm on here. Would any video be like mine if the dogs weren't doing something? So yeah. All right, so we only got 4 on there. I know the eye says that we would rather have like 2 of them, or I'm sorry, odd numbers on there, but today we're getting 4 on there. All right, so I'm going to use Tangelo first. There. Oh, you guys don't even want to know what he's doing right now. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, dog, no. No. Please don't. No. Buddy. So I stamped that in Tangelo. And we're kind of getting a tone-on-tone look here. I knew I should have let him outside before I started my live. Can I say? This is my life. Not like a Bon Jovi song. Could we like break out in song or something? I don't know. Hi, Justine. How are you? Okay. I'm gonna stamp that one in New Sprout. So we're kind of making like our own texture. We're making our own pattern paper, and we're adding texture with these postage stamps. All right. Okay. It's hot here in Minnesota. I want to say it's in the 80s. We've had rain off and on. Like, man, you barely see that green. We might need to go with a different green. But I have the air conditioning on, and for some reason I'm cold, so I've got my sweatshirt on. It's not, it's more like a terry cloth, whatever. Hi, Tanya. Okay, let's see. Do I have a different green? Yeah, we're going to go with bamboo leaves because it's a little bit darker. New Sprout is one of my favorite colors, but I'm not going to lie, sometimes it doesn't show up so dark. That's better. Okay, now I'm going to lift this up. Gonna clean everything off. And I'm going to put a little bit of red in there because you guys know it's not a me card, whatever. 91 in the Denver area. Wowzers. Who'd have thought? Okay. So we're just going to have a little bit of red down there in the bottom with Love Letter. And again, you guys can use whatever colors you have, you know. This is just what I pulled today. You know, I kind of break the rules all the time, so I didn't go with like full-on postage because, well, I'm a rule breaker. All right. I'm going to put this off to the side now. And I have a 1 3/4 by 5.5 strip here. And we're going to go ahead and glue this down. I do have the entire collection of Memento. When I first started stamping, I thought it was redonkulous to have like 10,000 inks. You guys know that I have over 400 inks now. So I clearly broke my own rules, but my original plan was that I was only going to have one set of inks and it was going to be Memento, but I've broken that rule. I've got Catherine Pooler, I've got Distress Inks and Oxides, I've got archival, company I dare not say the name of any longer, and then Lisa Horton, I've got Simon Hurley, like I have got it all, you guys, like I've got it all. Let's zoom in though. All right. So I am coloring this to look like my friend who happens to be on the call or on the video. So I'm using an E13. Lisa, I hope I do you justice. But I did, like I said, I filled her in with E50 so that my Scan and Cut would recognize her. So I'm using an E13. And I'm going right over the hair. And that's because we're going to go with like a reddish, whatever. Lisa, we haven't FaceTimed in like 5 minutes. I feel like maybe I should have a picture of you in front of me so I know exactly what color I'm supposed to be doing your hair, but we're just going to do it to my memory. Okay. And we're going to give her a shadow under her head because her face is forward. Okay. And then there would be a shadow where the overalls are. And this whole part of her arm would be under shadow because her hair and all the thingamajigs, the wispies. Okay. All right. And we're going to go ahead and do the toes. So right where the toes overlap, you're going to have little shadows. Okay, I'm missing something. Oops, one visit to Sandy. You can bring the rain back home with you. And then Sandy is saying that she needs to get a passport to go see Shiloh. Yeah, Shiloh's a little bit of a distance, but hey, I think I would like to go see Bonita. That's just me. So now I'm going to use E53. And I'm going to hone in some of those shadows. I need a new nib on this. Do you see how bendy that is? That thing is broken. I'm giving her a pretty good amount of shadow because that headband's on there. Okay. So Lisa, when you get this in a week, you need to act like you're surprised, like you've never seen this. Okay. Okay. And we need to do the toes. Not a whole lot of real estate there. But we're just building her in there just a little bit. And maybe a little bit around the eye. Forgot that. And you want your curves. You don't want it to be curved. You don't want these like really harsh, like jagged lines. Now we're doing E51. You notice I'm kind of like overlapping these colors so that we don't have any harsh lines. Now the scary dark is always important, but you still want there to be like some blendability in here. Now my friend is more fair colored, which is why I went with the E51. Now, you know, I use the E0 a lot of times, and I'm just trying to show you guys different skin tones. Like you don't have to always stick with the same old, same old. Sandy Powers is saying that she loves Flower Child. You'd like to see more styles with her? Well, we're doing her true 1970s today. And now I'm filling in with this E50, and I'm kind of getting a blend. This nib probably needs to be replaced as well. Sometimes you do what I say, not as I do. I think I need to put in a pretty big order for nibs, actually. I'll have to check. Okay, isn't she cute? I always say that, you guys. Do you guys get tired of me saying that? I don't know. So I do have a question. are you guys, so you'll hit in the comments number 1 or number 2. So who's here? I forgot the E on here for Craft Roulette Twists and Turns, or who's here just to turn, who's here just to hang out. And if you're here for both, you can say both. I'm just curious because I just like to know who my audience is and kind of like, why are they here, you know? So I know you've already seen me do this color blend on these pants, but we are going to add a little bit of twist to it. So far everybody is saying hang out. We'll leave that up for just a minute. And I'll move. Look at me. Everything's backwards on my screen, so don't make fun of me. All right, we're using B99 first, which is my Scary Dark. So Benita saying both. All right, so I'm going to use the B99. And I'm following the artist drawn lines. And we will add a few little twists to this. It would not hurt my feelings if you were here for Craft Roulette. I was just curious. If you guys didn't know, Pajama Crafter Stamps is actually sponsoring Craft Roulette this month. So we are very happy to have Craft Roulette here. We are big fans. In fact, quite a few of our team members are going to be at Craft Roulette live at the retreat. So again, it doesn't hurt my feelings if you're here for Craft Roulette. Maybe you're just here to hang out and eat some snacks. I don't know. I wish I was eating some snacks right now. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of color there. Okay, I am kind of breaking my own rules. We need to stop with the pants for a second. I wish you would win the giveaway this month too. All right, you guys know that I can't stand not having eyes done. So we're going to do the eyes. We're going to use a YR27 because they're the windows to the soul, so we need to get her done. Because I feel like a ghoul is staring back at me without those being there. Okay, YR27. We're going to do E49. E39. Gonna come right back over all of it with the YR27. Okay. And we're gonna, since the artist has that white highlight there, we're just gonna add another one there. And another one there. And we can do one. And we just gave her a little bit of life. All right. And let's see, since my friend doesn't use a lot of makeup, we're going to use an R12. And we're just going to go in with the cheeks. And there you go. Super cute. And if we need to blend that a little bit more, we can do, I'm going to do the E51 because it's summertime. We're going to give her a little bit of color, okay? She can be pasty in the summer, or I mean in the winter. All right, now we're going to go back to so now we're back to the pants, okay? Our next color, B97. Give her some soul. Going to give her a little bit of a knee. And we're going to kind of start filling in these colors a little bit. I don't know. Somebody's going to have to remind me, or were they more acid washed in the 70s or were they more dark in the 70s? I can't remember. I don't know that it matters for this technique, but you know. Benita, it was good to see you catch some Z's. Maybe watch us on the replay. And good luck in the draw at Craft Roulette. I hope you win. I just went ahead and made that all dark where the bibs were. B95. B95, done this whole strip here in the back would be in shadow, so we're just going to color it all in. And we're going to fill in the pocket on both sides, and we're going to start filling some of this in. Tie-dye was the 70s one. We're not doing tie-dye today. I thought about it, but it's a little late for that. But I encourage all of you, if you want some tie-dye going on, that you can do your tie-dye. Giving her some knees. We're going to give her some tears, okay? Okay. B91. Okay. Now we're gonna distress her a little bit. So I'm gonna add some W5 in there for some good measure. Okay. W3. And there's no rhyme or reason where I'm putting this. I'm just trying to make it look like some distressed jeans, or I don't know. Maybe she was at Woodstock, got a little filthy. I don't know. Maybe she's part of a caravan. I don't know. You all make up your own story. Your hippie chick can do what you want your hippie chick to do. She was in the garden. If she was Lisa, she'd be in the garden. Okay. We probably need to do her belt loops. And I'm just going to do it in the B95 because that's like the mid-tone color. Okay. And I'm going to do her shirt in, does anybody have a guess what color we're going to do it in? Lisa, do you have a guess? We're going to give her orange. Okay. So we're using wire 61, which almost looks like her skin, but we're not going to keep it there. As you should know that by now. Very good. Judy Van Zandt understands the assignment. She's been listening for the last 2 weeks. That was wire 68. This is 65. And of course, I'm going to bring in some RV29. Look at that. I totally colored on my lid. It's fine. And we'll go back over it with this wire 61 to get a blendy. And that's how we're going to get our coral. And let's go ahead and do a coral belt. That should have not been blue, but it's fine. I made some mistakes and we're going to fix them. All right, so this is part of the belt buckle. And it should not have been blue, so I'm using my colorless blender. And that should have been pink, like the belt. So we're just pushing that out. And I'm going to use a wire 65 over here. And maybe a little bit over here to kind of give it some balance. We'll use a C2 where this belt buckle is. Wire 61 will go here. Okay. And I don't know. We're giving her a green necklace because, well, it's me. Okay. So while we have the green out, so I was not going to use Wild Child this week for Craft Roulette because I knew it would be a popular choice. And I was going to use the wreath, but I knew that that would be popular. So that's why we made our own out of the UR. But I think they're all very good choices. I'm putting some of this back just so my desk doesn't go crazy. All right, so we're going to map out where the green goes on this set. So where the leaves are. And you can always make them up too. I think I put the yellow orange away too soon, but that's fine. Okay. YG17, just to give that a little bit of definition. We're not going to go real wild with this, you guys. Although I should since she's watching. Okay. And I put all those colors away too soon. We have to do the headband. Hey Tara, how's it going? I was gonna send you a message to see how things were going with you and your daughter. I hope everything is okay. You've been in my thoughts and prayers. Your daughter specifically has been in my thoughts and prayers. So we are coloring for Craft Roulette. So that was RV29 to kind of match what we did on the shirt. Hi, Brian. Long time no see. I'm so glad you're here. Where have you been, my friend? Brian and I first met when we were on a design team together at Scrappy Tail Crafts. I don't know if you saw Brian, but Sabrina's on her honeymoon. I'm so happy to see her happy. So Tara says everything's going good, taking it one day at a time. She's so afraid to drive. Well, yeah, I'd be afraid to drive too. Shoot. But I'm just going to say sometimes you got to get back on the horse or else you never get back on it. And then, you know, like fears of the enemy, guys. So you got to get her back on the road. You're so proud of Sabrina. Me too. She picked such a good one. I love her husband. Her now husband. Not a fan of her ex-husband. But she knows that. But yeah, she picked a really good one this time. So happy for her. So happy for how far her company has gone and how far she, like everything about Sabrina, I'm proud of. Yay! Isn't this cute? All right, we're gonna deal with the skin here down here so it doesn't look crazy. But you know, one step at a time. See, I want to see if I'm missing anybody from my channel. Brian, you should record your Craft Roulette submissions. I know Mary watches them all, and I'll tell you, her fans go wild over Craft Roulette submissions. So yeah, I think you should. Personally, I do it just because I'm a huge Craft Roulette fan. This is your 5th year on Scrappy Tales. Wow. That's amazing, Brian. So that was Y02, if anybody cares. Sometimes I always scream out the colors. I don't think anybody actually cares. I think they're here to hang out. What are you guys thinking about her so far? Is she cute? Okay. Yeah, I think it was very generous I think she was very generous, and I think she took a chance on all of us, Brian. I sometimes think that's what makes it cool, is when companies take chances on folks. I just colored her shoe with the darkest orange. All right. All right, Lisa. Let's do your hair, girlfriend. It really sucks when you're watching, Lisa, because then if I screw it up, then you're going to be like, does my hair look like that? I can already hear it. So I'm doing an E39. Down there. And up here, I'm going to outline the flowers and the headband and the greenery to give it a nice cast shadow. Kind of cheating here and kind of like taking out some of the work. Okay. So we're going to follow the artist drawn lines. I know. Like, and it depends on if you've seen your hair guy or not, what color it is too. Like, I have any room to talk about hair. And you know, I'm going to flip it around so that my wrist is comfortable. I know one time, Lisa, you went to get your hair done and it was like almost a maroon color. I don't know, it was done on purpose, but that's what it was. And I loved it. Let's see. This comes around the ear. Hair always looks really bad until it doesn't. And even then, sometimes it does. And you just have to go with it. Sandy says she's thinking about buzzing her hair super short again. I only did that once. And that's when I started chemo and I didn't know what to expect. So I decided to cut it short. I wanted it to be my decision and my power. I wanted it to be my choice. And then from there, the rest is history. Kind of like did what I wanted to do. And my hair actually came back curly for several years and came back much thicker, which was great. I will say the best. The thing I guess we all know that we lose our hair, right? I think I didn't realize I was not going to have to shave my legs. And I didn't have to shave my legs for a very long time because what I took stayed active in my system for about 4 years. And then one winter, when that was over, I went and I put put shorts on for the first time. And I go, oh my God, what is this? And I had like long man hair, and it was like funny, sad, freaking, I don't know, it freaks me out. But like, it was like, I guess I never, I guess that was a bonus that I didn't have to shave my legs. But it got me in a really bad habit of not wanting to shave my legs. So I don't know why I'm sharing that with you other than it was insanity on my part. I'm going to use some E49 now. So this is technically my Scary Dark. At least I wasn't putting it out there. So Lisa's telling everybody that she is having surgery for endometrial cancer tomorrow. So Lisa, I had mentioned that you were sick, but I didn't go all out into everything because I figured it was your story. They do know that there's a special pajama crafter that needs cards, and that if they want to send cards, that they can contact me to get an address. And originally I was, so I have given people that that you personally know, like you're okay with having your address, but there are other people who want to send cards. And so what I've decided is if you guys send it to the Pajama Crafter email, or I'm sorry, to the Pajama Crafter Stamps address, I will send Lisa a box of cards as they come in. I personally will be sending cards like, I don't know, once a week at least. This is RV69. I'm embracing all the colors you've had. Not that you've ever had like magenta hair, but it's been close once or twice. Anyone with Google can find you, but I don't feel like it's up to me to put it on the internet myself. But I will be more than glad to forward cards from my address, from the, you know, from Pajama Crafter's address, and then onto you, because I feel like that's the safest and that's what I feel the most comfortable with. What do you guys think of that hair? Most of all, what do you think, Lisa? And if we need to, okay. We're going to use a little bit of this wire 27 that I used on the eyes. There we go. I like her hair now. You love the hair? Me too, me too, me too. I don't normally say that. Now, the flowers, I want to keep white because I think they just look really pretty white with her hair. But I am going to put a little bit of gray in, just with a C1. And now on the eyes. First of all right, hold on. C5. We're going to go right underneath the lid. Okay. We don't have to do it on the other side because she doesn't have like an obvious open wide-eyed look to her, but we're going to give her a little bit of a lid. Now C3. And then we're going to blend that a little bit with a C1. And if it gets to be too dark, we can always go in with a with a 0 and bleach it out. But that kind of like brings that eye to life. All right. Now we're going to go back to, let's see here, using my Copica Crea. And we're just going to make it look like she's got tears in her jeans. And I'm going to make her little clasp shine. And so I think that I want to put flowers in her pants. You like the dimension with the gray. Me too. So we're going to make a flower. I don't know. We're not really pulling that off too well. Can I get rid of that? I wanted to put flowers. I'm not drawing them very well today. So do as I say, not as I do. And let's go over it with a Y or a W3 or W1. And yes, I have the potential of, do you see my nib? Do as I say, not as I do. I totally ruined my nib, you guys, so don't do this at home. I'm really trying to blot that out. I probably will have ruined this nib, and I will probably have to switch it out, because I took acrylic paint basically and put it into my nib. So don't do it. Don't ever do it. Like I'm regretting my decision. Don't do it. See, I'm not getting anything from that tip. I can get it from the side, but I can't get it from the tip. Okay. So don't do it. We do a lot of don't do it things in my craft room. So the goal was I wanted to put flowers on her, but not happening. Okay, let's make the card. I'm always keeping it real. I will always tell you the truth. I will always show you what not to do. Let's clean off my desk a hair. Okay. Where's my card piece? We are keeping it pretty simple today. Okay? On purpose. Because sometimes, I think sometimes simple is better. I know you never thought you'd hear me say that. Putting your pin back into your glue or putting it in your glue holder upside down would keep it from clogging. Just saying. Making sure I got it. Dang, I almost got that right. Wow. Look at her go. She actually looks like she's doing something right. All right, let's get some foam tape because it's my card and I can do what I want to. If you don't like foam tape, don't use it. If you love it, go for it. Am I missing anybody? No. So when Lisa says I'm keeping it real, I always keep it real with you guys. I don't lie to you. I don't try to pull one over on you. I am who I am, no matter what setting I'm in. And if you meet me on the street, I am who I am. I'm probably in my pajamas, probably don't have makeup on. I'm probably in my pajamas, kind of like I am now. And if I see you at a show, I probably have real clothes on, but not much better. There we go. Okay, where did we put our cute little, you know, I threw stuff. Oh, why did I do this? We're going to mat the inside of this. So Lisa, a question. Am I allowed to send this to you since you've already seen it? She said yes. Did you notice I'm wearing this sweatshirt you told me to buy? I bought 4 colors. All of the ones that they had in my size, and I got them in like 3 days. Best recommendation ever. Not too heavy. Not too whatever. So I had my marker without this lid on and this one on. So what that does is it's like a point of least resistance. So it's actually pulling this ink down. I'm trying to save this nib. So what I'm saying is I have it like this. Try to get that ink to flow. It may or may not work. I don't know. We'll see. I feel like you need a little stamp in there. Since you're here watching it, you're going to see it all, friend. I'm going to put that lid on so I don't forget, because I will forget. Let's wipe this off. No red. Go. Okay. You got this. Because I do believe you've got this. At this point, yes, I'm just being extra. There you go. I feel like we need some blingage. We need some bling, bling, bling. Let's see what I've got in my bag of tricks. Lisa, this is for you. Justine says she's off to make dinner. Such a good wife. Hold on. Now, I don't have any cute ribbon to put behind this, but because Lisa wanted these in our shop forever. This is a Lisa wanted this forever. We're going to do it. Gonna do it for her. And now you guys get to see if I can see this, and if not, I make such an idiot out of myself trying to make bows online. Lisa found these buttons like a year ago and she begged me for them. And I said, are buttons going to work? Like, do people want buttons? And the answer is you all wanted buttons because y'all have bought these. So she was right once again. But I wasn't sold at when she first said it. Like I didn't know, but she was right. Is that too big? Hold on. I can hear her saying, I don't know what people want. I don't know what's going to sell. I can hear the conversation. We've had this conversation once or twice in our life. Okay. Handmade with love. Now let's get some of these on here. She's snarkling at me. These are just sparkle and enamel dots from my stash. And I love them. Have no idea where they're from. They're maybe from Gina Marie Designs. Get over there. Oh, the adhesive got me. Come on, get over there. Let's get these smaller ones in there. Yes, we do. Lisa's my people, if you haven't figured that out yet. Now we just need to wait for that to dry. So cute. Do we need any more? Okay. Do I have it here? This is Glossy Accents. And I want some shine on the daisies. Because, I mean, why wouldn't you want shine on the daisies? I mean, come on. What do you guys think? Did I do it? Look at me. So cute. I love her. So, let's go back to Craft Roulette. So we need postcards, and I switched it to postage stamps on a card. I did a wreath with the round sentiment. The colors are green, orange, and red, which are totally 1970s. And pre-printed was the flash card on the inside saying, wishing you a speedy recovery. So I think we've met all of the parameters this week. We stretched them a little bit, but we always do. But I always just want to show you guys a little bit something different. And I hope that you liked the way it came together. But Lisa, since you were on here, I'm going to tell you, you are strong. You are beautiful. You are chosen. You are never alone. You are created. You're amazing. You're victorious. You're always enough. and you are capable. And friend, you've got this. And you've got so many of us praying for you, thinking of you, sending you good vibes. I specifically am praying for you because that's my belief system. Um, and the first minute you need me to jump on a plane, I'll be there. Um, I am with you in spirit tomorrow. I wish I could be there in person, but you tell your husband to let me know how things go. I love you more than I'm going to express on YouTube, but I think you know. I will see you on the flippity flip of this, and next Tuesday you can watch from bed, curled up with your cats, and we can laugh about how we were scared about tomorrow. All right. Love you guys. See you next week. I will definitely be here Tuesday at 7 p.m., God willing. Bye. Love you.